Well, I'm just busy trying to read this book here, just to check what it's about. But we do have a guest today, like we did say, that it's Women Crush Wednesday. And of course, we have them beautiful. We have them with brains. We have them with absolute grandeur. Bernadette, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good morning.
I'm very good. Yeah, so I'm trying to flip through the pages of this book that you brought here. Looks quite solid. Of course, they say never judge a book by its cover. Gracie, do you want to show us that book there? It's called The Rebirth. Yeah, there you go. So that's what we're going to be discussing today, just trying to find out exactly what the book is about and who this person is. There you go. Yeah, let me just put it out there so you can see it. There you go. Ah, nice. I like that. So read The Rebirth. Rebirth. Bernadette, tell me, what's this?
Okay.
What's this about?
So Rebirth is a fictional story about the journey of infertility, but it's actually based on true life events of my own life.
Okay, so these are like your life experiences.
Well, it's fictionalized.
It's fictionalized.
Yes.
Yeah, but there's a grain of
the
truth.
feelings are real.
The feelings are real.
Yeah.
So perhaps maybe we start by asking, who is Bernadette Furusa?
All right. So, well, after this journey, I'm now a mother of 2 beautiful girls. But it took me 9 years to get those girls, and that's the true life part of it. But I'm actually fully employed somewhere in the financial services sector. And this is my first literary publication. And, I never thought I'd write the book, but because of a series of events, meeting people, and especially the Women Writers Support Network of Africa, that's where I got really encouraged to put my thoughts into a book. Yeah.
So the story explores Sam and Shingi?
Yes,
these are the characters that
Those
are
are
there?
the main characters. Sam being Samantha is the main character of that book.
Oh, so it's not a guy. I thought Sam was the guy.
No, Sam is Samantha.
So maybe just break it down for us, so that as we go and buy this book, you will tell us in a bit where we can find it. But as we go through it, perhaps you can just create a picture of what the book is about and take your time.
Sure. Okay. So Samantha and Shingai met in college, fell in love, storybook. They got married. They immediately wanted to start a family because they were in their later 20s and, they had it all figured out. And then somewhere along the line, infertility happened. And, infertility is when you can't conceive when you're trying for a year. So they went on for a long time, for 9 years. And so many things happened in the interim. The family disintegrated, the stigma associated with it, and abuse from family members. All sorts of things happened in that book. So all I can say is, at some point, things were not okay with Sam and Shingi, and the dream fell apart.
So they actually broke up?
Well, you'd have to read the book.
That's the plot. I was just trying to be lazy about it. Yeah, so I'm an avid reader. I'm currently reading something called Dinner with Mugabe. It's a book written by some lady, Holdy Holland, I think.
Yes, I think I have that book.
Yeah,
actually.
very, very, very interesting book. Nice perspective of theirs. But talking about Sam and Shingi, what would be your takeaway from a story like this in terms of the stigma? You mentioned the stigma that is associated with infertility.
Yes.
And I've seen it firsthand as well. Experienced it with a sister-in-law who was struggling also, but eventually things worked out for them. But there are some friends of mine also that are struggling with this kind of thing, and I've seen also that stigma that is associated with it. Perhaps you could just share from a woman's perspective. I know this is a very deep, touching story for you. Perhaps you just share to help somebody out there. Okay,
so statistics say that 1 in 3 couples in Zimbabwe will experience some sort of infertility or subfertility. And usually the story is on the woman to prove that she's fertile. But, when you're married and you're trying to have a child, it's the two of you in there So both of you are, first of all, lost in your own frustrations. You know, you feel let down by your body. All sorts of things personally, at a personal level, happen to you. And then you have to navigate your partner as well. And it's very difficult. But when you then go out into society, society labels the woman first. And sometimes I think it pushes the men to prove that they are fertile. That creates a lot of problems. Whether they manage to prove it or they don't, it creates problems. So that stigma and being unable to talk about it, and people not actually knowing what to say to you or how to help you, or being unable to help you when they want to help you, that's a tough thing to navigate.
So now, Bernadette, as somebody who has faced this, I'm really drawing, you know, this from, you said the feelings are real. So
Yeah.
I want to play on that to try and assist, you know, those who are affected and those who are around those who are affected,
Yeah.
and how best we can support each other. So perhaps from, if you were to remove, you know, Sam from this situation, and you become the family, you become the Alexes of this world. I think I saw a character there
Yeah.
with the nest and stuff. How would you support Sam through this journey? As a person who's not in that particular bedroom, who's not in that particular home, but you are around that home.
I think talking to Sam and asking her how she wants to be assisted, because infertility is something you cannot fix for someone, but they obviously need someone to talk to who's not going to judge. They need somewhere to vent, and they need to be treated normally. Sometimes what happens is now people are hesitant to tell you news about their kids. You know, they don't want to say things that will affect you.
But they do affect you.
They do. And them withdrawing that information will affect you. So treat me normally. Don't give me that stigma to say, maybe if I tell her that I'm having a baby shower, she's not going to take it well, because I want to be sympathetic to her. But no, just ask Sam how she's feeling. I think that's the biggest thing you can do.
But I want to understand this, you know, because you bring, these are situations that we're faced with on a daily basis. You have a friend, a sister, you know, a wife, maybe, you know. How best do you manage it on a reality perspective? You're saying, yes, I should ask this person how they feel about this, but there are instances where, okay, we are having a baby shower indeed, and we don't know if it would be good for us to come to you, be insensitive to come to you. You know that the brain is also fighting. So how best can we help people who are within those situations, perhaps from your experience, before I even come to ask you if I should invite you to this, you know, baby dedication, or it's a birthday for the child?
But remember, we had a relationship before this baby thing. If you are my sister or you're my mother-in-law or whoever, we had a relationship. Let's keep our relationship going. Just be kind. Maybe your choice of words is extremely important. You know, people have been called by names of pets because they can't have kids. So just be kind in whatever you're going to say to me. If it's an invitation or whatever, just give me the invitation. Don't explain it, because if you're giving it to other people, you're not explaining it, you're just giving them the invitation. I'll come because I have a relationship with you, and that has nothing to do with my infertility. So don't bring it up all the time. It's not up for discussion. If you want to help me, ask me how to help me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've seen also, I don't know if Sam and Shingi go through the same. We've seen, you know, couples going for, they call it what?
IVF, in vitro fertilization.
Yeah, those kind of things, artificial.
Yeah, they did go
for that. And things. Yeah.
At some point,
but how is that experience, you know, for the characters in this book as they go through that particular journey of 9 years of you know, this problem? You
know, last I heard, IVF, the chances of actually having a baby after IVF were 50-50. I don't know what the odds are now. But it's a very difficult thing. First of all, it costs a lot of money. And, you know, long ago when I was going through it, it wasn't available in Zimbabwe. But now it is. There's places where you can go where they give you that. But still the odds are pretty low. I mean, 50-50. After the whole process, you go through injections, you go through all sorts of things, taking hormones and all, for you to only have a 50% chance. That's difficult.
Well, Bernadette, thank you so much for joining us. I think we will definitely be getting our own copies. I think I would like to have my copy signed in the studio as we go.
Konapo, Ipapo pa ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.